Yes, we got some last night. Most of us picked up less than a quarter inch. A lot of us picked up less than a tenth of an inch. Just doesn't do a whole lot. Does not add a lot of moisture into the soil. And then on top of that, we're dry over the next couple days. So we're just going to dry right back out. And then we're basically back to square one. You can see the rain that we had overnight already starting to clear out. Eventually clouds will clear and then we're all going to be nice and bright today. And that helps and aids in that drying. Temperatures are very warm though. They're in the 60s, which compared to this time yesterday is pretty warm, 5, 10, 15 degrees warmer. So a noticeably warm day out there, which by the way also helps with that drying, which is not what we want right now. Drying of the vegetation, drying of the ground. And then another thing that aids in drying, of course, is the wind. We do have a strong wind today. Sustained winds are close to 15 miles an hour right now, and we already have some gusts 20, 25 miles an hour. So that's also not great for drying vegetation and drying ground, which think of a dry leaf, right? It doesn't take long for a quarter inch of water to evaporate off of that and dry back out. So highs today mid to the upper 60s, brightening up nice and breezy. I will say after today there's going to be a noticeable cool down. Tomorrow we're down to the low 50s. We're in the 40s Wednesday and Thursday, 20s that morning, and then back to the 50s on Friday. Not a whole lot of rain in the forecast. I've got more on that coming up. And today's pretty warm in the 60s. A major cool down is on the way though. Lows in the 20s. I'll show you when coming up. Pretty much needed with all the brush fires we've had. I mean, look at these rainfall amounts over the last 24 hours. Pretty dismal, I have to say. Most of us got less than a quarter inch. We probably need closer to about 6.5 inches. Boston, you got less than a tenth of an inch. Worcester, 0.16 inches. Same with Haverhill, Norwood, less than a tenth of an inch. Lexington, you got close to a third of an inch, but still just very minimal amounts of rainfall. Now, this does not include the rain we got since midnight, and most of the rain did fall since midnight. But still, for the month of November, we need about 1.25 inches to catch up. And for fall, again, we need 6.5 inches to catch up. So that quarter inch or less that we got just barely even making a difference, unfortunately. Especially when you look at the forecast moving forward, we're going to be completely dry. So it doesn't take a lot of drying time to dry out a quarter inch from the soil, from the leaves, from the vegetation, and we're going to have tons of dry time on top of that. So I really think we're going to see those fire weather conditions return pretty rapidly. This afternoon we're sunny, of course, that helps to dry things out. Tomorrow afternoon we're sunny. As we get to Wednesday afternoon, we're sunny, just tons and tons of sunshine and dry weather over the next couple of days. And temperatures are warm. The warmth also helps to dry us out, and the breeze also helps to dry us out. And of course, the sun, as I just mentioned, we have all of those. So that's why I'm saying we're going to be back to the problem area here pretty soon. Noontime 65, highs today, mid to the upper 60s-ish for most of us. 4 o'clock, 63 degrees. Evening's going to be spent into the 50s. And then overnight lows are going to be down to the upper 30s, low 40s. So it's going to be a little bit chillier tomorrow, not downright cold and not as bad as what we're expecting for later in the week. So that's for tonight. Heading into tomorrow, 49 to 54 degrees for high temperatures. Very, very windy. I mean, sustained winds 10, 20 miles an hour. And gusts today, 20 to 25 miles an hour, but gusts tomorrow are going to be nearing 30, 35 miles an hour. So pretty windy day. That's going to make it feel pretty chilly tomorrow evening for the Seas game, by the way. So 7-day forecast, we're going to be downright cold Wednesday, Thursday, maybe a spot shower Friday. Not a huge help drying back out as we get to the upcoming weekend.